Thank you so much, Catherine. Catherine told me I didn't have any sound on. So I talked for 11 minutes and even know. Fortunately, Catherine's out there listening. So I appreciate that. So, anyway, tonight we're going to, and oh, by the way, this is June the 3rd, 2021. The last time I started off video said it was 2010 to see if anybody's listening. Anyway, I don't guess anybody was. So here we go. June 3rd, 2021. And we're talking about train your mind. So we're going to talk a little bit about how you should be. This doesn't just apply to business owners. This applies to teachers, employees, entrepreneurs, parents, children. It applies to anybody. You have to learn to train your mind to accomplish anything. So I started off my newsletter and I said, you mean you have to learn more? Yeah. Yes, you do. You never stop learning. I mean, I'm 71 and I learn all the time. I learn from people way younger than me because they know something I don't. I have no qualms about listening to people that know something I don't know. I enjoy learning. Well, let me talk to you a little bit about people I've interacted with in the past that thought they knew it all. I mean, they thought they knew everything. And they let everybody know it, me and everybody else. What I found as I became an adult and learned more about people that want to tell you how much they know very little. Because if they wanted you to know how much they know, they would demonstrate it in other ways than telling you they knew a whole lot. You can always tell somebody that is full of it because they want to tell you instead of listen. If you interact with a lot of people like I do, there are some people I love being around because I notice that they listen to the other speakers in the group before they say anything. So they get a feel for what's going on. If you notice me, whenever I'm with a group, I may come in and say, hey, how's it going? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then I just kind of get quiet. And I listen as other people take up whatever the topic is. And then after everybody has given their input, then I'll put in my input. What this lets other people know, number one, is if you listen, you respect the other person's opinion. If after you've listened and you start to put in your opinion, they want to talk over you, they have no respect for your opinion, and distance yourself from those people. But people that will listen, and then when you talk, that will listen when others talk, and then when they talk, of course, you want to make sure you listen to them. And when they reciprocate and listen back, you know that's the kind of person you want to interact with. So I've distanced myself from people that want to talk over me or tell me all about how great they are, or blah, 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 whatever. When they start telling me how great they are, I slowly remove myself from the group. It may be 4 or 5 people talking. And if I leave, they've still got 3 or 4 people just enthralled by what, probably not, but whatever they're saying. So we all have things that we want people to know about us. And that's normal, that's human. But we need to respect others and try to find out as much about them as we can before we do any talking at length. Let them talk. It's okay to introduce yourself. And if you're in a group and they say, everybody tell us where you're from. Oh, I'm from uh, this city, or I'm from that state, or, I'm from right around the block here. And then stop and let somebody else talk. Pretty soon somebody's going to take up the emptiness and begin talking, and they may talk 5-10 minutes, and then somebody else will talk, and then somebody else will talk. Try to be the last person that talks. It may sound counterintuitive, but try to be the last person that talks. That way you have shown respect for every other person in the group. Okay, so I don't know of anybody that has ever accomplished anything by themselves. I was given the illustration about Henry Ford. Uh, Everybody says, "Oh, he's a great man. He built Ford Motors." Well, he did, but he didn't do it by himself. He had friends and acquaintances. He hired people that could do jobs that he couldn't do. He hired other mechanics that were as good or better than him, and they were loyal to him and helped him build that company. It's his name on the company. He took all the risks, money, and putting himself, out there. Home, what money he had, he put everything on the line. And these other people worked as employees, but they were loyal to him because Henry Ford always was concerned with people. Did you know Henry Ford in the 20s built a hospital for his employees? Yes, he did. So, starting with nothing, he wanted to make sure that people were taken care of that worked for him. And he also paid, which was unheard of back then, $5 a day, I think. It was ridiculous. I mean, the general wage a day back then was like $1 a day, and he was paying $5 a day. So he wanted to make sure that he shared the wealth and that they were rewarded not only with good health care, but with good wages so they could provide for their families. So no matter what industry it is, nobody has built it by themselves. They've had a good crew, a good team, a good staff, good employees, whatever, to help them. Keep in touch. Now, this is important. There are all sorts of books, periodicals, newsletters, magazines, videos, workshops, audios, CDs, DVDs, seminars, things that you can go to that will help increase your capability to run a business. Our church provides a business luncheon once a month. It's not a church event, it's a business event. We have like 150 people that attend that once a month from all sorts of different businesses, from contractors to bankers. And the speaker that they have in, either live or via video, whichever way they can work them in, they talk about business principles, how to interact with others, how to build your business, how to make it sound, how to keep it afloat when it's not, things aren't going so well. I've learned a lot. I've been going ever since the first one. I've learned tremendous amount of stuff. Some I've heard, but I mean, most of it I have not heard before. Your mind needs to be exercised. So think of a weightlifter, and we'll use Arnold Schwarzenegger. Here's Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. World. Okay. Do you think he got that body and won that title by having some weights in his bedroom that were collecting dust, and he would go in and go, "Wow, look at all these cool weights I got, man. Man, those are some cool," and then left? No, man, he worked out on those things for years. That's how he got that body, and that's how he got that title. So whatever you are, whatever you do, you need to not just exercise your mind, but exercise your body. Stay in good health. Eat well. I've got friends that love carbs. I love carbs. I'm not going to lie. However, I had to learn to cut back on my carbs in order to keep my weight appropriate. I'm almost at the exact same weight I was when I got married 47 years ago. Well, at one point in my life, I wasn't. Man, I had really, really gained some weight. And I said, this is ridiculous. And sometime I'll tell you the story about that. But I got down to an appropriate weight. And then I got down to my, right at my weight when I got married in 1974. And that's where I've stayed. And I intend to stay there. And I've been there for, I don't know, a few years now. So you can do anything you want to do, but the want to needs action. I want a Rolls Royce Wraith. Yes, I do. However, I have to take the appropriate action, get enough subscribers, sell enough books. By the way, my latest book's out, A Hard-Oiled Mystery. It's on Amazon. Look it up. J. Wesley Booth is how I listed myself. And get a few copies. Many copies as you want. Anyway, in my book, I also have several recipes. I incorporated food because I like to eat. So at the end of the book, I've got several recipes that go along with different chapters in the book where there was a recipe. And I forget, there's like 7 or 8 recipes, I think, in the book. And I put them at the end so that you guys could, cook them. Let me move on. So when it comes to improving yourself, think about this, because I don't want to make this video too long. You must decide what you're willing to give up now that you want to do, or that you want, to become better and to have what you want in the future. Say you want to provide for the kids' education, you put them through college, or you want a new home, or you just want to be able to go on vacation. You want a new boat, whatever it might be. You're going to have to give up something now so that later you can have that. I have friends that they like to go out and eat like I do. Okay, when you go out to eat, you're looking at $50, $100, $150, $300 for a meal. Okay, we don't go to McDonald's. Just to let you know. Anyway, we go out to actually eat. So when you go out to eat, it costs money. Now, if you have a goal, say you want a new house, and you know that house will cost you, I don't know, $1,500 a month. How many going out to eats do you need to stop each month so that you will build up the discretionary money to put down as a down payment on the house that you want 3 to 5 years from now? If your money is normal like most people, I would say you go out to eat once a month. Take that money you would have used on going out, set it aside in an investment account of some sort. And then after 3 to 5 years of doing that, you're going to have more than enough to put down on a nice house that will fit into your budget that you've set for yourself. Now, if you don't want to, you just want to go out and eat three or four times a week and spend that money and do what you want to do now because you're so selfish and self-centered and all you can think about is you, go right ahead. Your family is the one that suffers. You're getting your way now. They're having to suffer because you can't control your spending. Okay, let me go through my last points. Take charge. Get off your hobby horse. We all know what hobby horses do. Rock back and forth from one place. Okay. Take note. Find workshops, seminars, luncheons, and other venues that will help you become your best. Consider where you will be 5 years from now if you continue to do what you're doing now. That one got me several years ago. I had to think about that. I thought, man, that's where I want to be. And I'm doing this. And if I keep doing this, I'm not going to be there. I had to learn to control myself and manage my desires and my spending. Begin taking 1 day a month. 1 day a month during the work week, not on Saturday or Sunday, during the work week. Find a luncheon, a workshop, a seminar, some kind of something, a business venue that somebody has at 2:00 in the afternoon, and go to it. Pay the $99 or whatever it is to go to the thing. As you continue to do that, you will become more and more confident and more adept in your ability to meet the goals that you've set for yourself. Anyhow, check out our website, www.astepabove.life. You can email me, the Rev, THEREV, at astepabovelife.life. Don't do .com, .life. I was one of the first people to get that new extension there. Well, anyway, this has been fun. June 3rd, 2021. Check out our newsletter. It's only $99 a year. And if I hadn't heard anybody say this, I don't think. If I heard somebody tell me that they can afford $99 a year for a newsletter like I put out with all the information I have in it, they will never, ever, ever have anything in their entire life. Why? Because they're not willing to invest in their mind so that they can become better. See you guys next time.